What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and Morgan, Lenny James, discussion about The Walking Dead as a whole, what Lenny James said about the crossover, and just general spoiler warning about that stuff. And I don't want to ruin anything. If you don't know what we're talking about, stop watching now. Spoilers are coming if you don't know about Morgan and the crossover stuff. So here we go, guys. So Morgan is going to be on Fear the Walking Dead. But first, before we get to that, if you can, hit that subscribe button to help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. Stay in the know by subscribing. Get the notifications so you'll see stuff when we post videos like this. So Morgan is going to be on Fear the Walking Dead. And it's kind of weird. I got a picture here that I'll show you in a second, and he's with the cast of Fear the Walking Dead as they started filming today, 11/27, this Monday. But what Morgan, I keep calling him Morgan, Lenny James said on The Talking Dead has got me a little, concerned about him being on The Walking Dead now, because he made it seem like he's just going to be on Fear the Walking Dead. But first, before we get what Lenny said, let's see what Scott Gimple said. Even though Morgan is going to be featured on Fear, he has a lot of story left on The Walking Dead. Gimple's statement read, "There's also a whole rest of Season 8 to look forward to of The Walking Dead as well. Morgan's arc in The Walking Dead Season 8 positioned him for the story on Fear. It was also important to see Fear's world and characters through new, yet familiar eyes." So the important line there is Morgan's arc in The Walking Dead Season 8 positioned him for the story on Fear. So here he is with the cast of Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, well, some of them, as they read through scripts, I'm guessing. And it's just weird to see him in that picture with that cast. It just looks out of place. It's like, you're on the other show. What are you doing there? You at the wrong meeting? What are you doing here, buddy? But either way, Morgan is going to be on Fear the Walking Dead. And is his time done on The Walking Dead? Now he's just a member of Fear? I don't really like that. I initially thought that he was going to be on both shows. But now that I read that, and I see what he said in The Talking Dead, I watched it a couple times. This is the wrap party picture that was taken last week. They wrapped for Season 8 filming. Morgan's clearly there. Season 8 filming wrapped the day before Thanksgiving, November 22nd. That's the cast that was there. Did they all make it out? I don't know, but he said he was there filming Season 8 last week. So he was in the Season 8 finale. Does he die in the finale? Does he go out with Oceanside? Does he go with the pirate storyline? Does he go somewhere else? Is there a time jump in Fear the Walking Dead? Because Morgan says, "I don't die." And Lenny James said at the Walker Stalker panel this past October that Morgan feels that he is cursed when he says, "I don't die," that he can't die, that he's there to kill walkers and just, I guess, inherit the earth. But Morgan has a lot of story left in Season 8 of The Walking Dead. We know that from spoilers. We know that from a lot of that. And we know what Scott Gimple said. He's going to make it, what I presume is to be all the way to the Season 8 finale. We know he makes it pretty far in the season, and we haven't seen him, or he wasn't confirmed filming for the Season 8 finale, but he was all the way up to episode 14, I believe, maybe even 15, just not 16. He could be in it. He wasn't allowed to leave to go to Rhode Island Comic-Con. I believe he was one of the 4 people that weren't allowed to leave the set because they had to film on the weekend for it. But Lenny James, he might die on the show, or he might be off the show and be taken to Fear the Walking Dead for some reason. They're filming in Austin, Texas for this season, at least the early part of the season. But if it's the early part of the season, they didn't start filming it, he'll be in the first episode? That's kind of crazy. And he's going to be a featured person on that? Is he going to be ever coming back to The Walking Dead? I like the idea of him coming back to The Walking Dead, and I can see why they're bringing Morgan to Fear the Walking Dead. It's to help bring up the ratings, the storyline. Scott Gimple loves Lenny James and Morgan as a character. Maybe he gets too crazy between Morgan with Jesus and Rick, and he can't be around these people. He just excludes himself from the fight. He's like, "I'm not right in the head." He said that. So we would have this cray-cray Morgie with the bow staff skills, the weapon skills, the fighting skills, the weaponized stuff. And if and when Morgan meets Madison or Alicia or Nick or Strand, whoever he meets, he's going to be the best person for the job there right away. I mean, he got beat up by Jesus, but I think anybody in the world of The Walking Dead would. Maybe Jesus just kicked his butt and just kicked him all the way to Texas. We'll find out, and they better answer it on The Walking Dead, because The Walking Dead's going to end. The season 8 is going to be done next year, and then Morgan's going to be on Fear the Walking Dead. But what do you think, guys? Do you think that he's going to come back to The Walking Dead? Only time will tell, but Morgan's been around since the very beginning, and I said it in other videos. He has been the bridge for a lot of storylines. He saved Rick. He brought the guns to Rick for the prison. He has the potential to really turn Fear the Walking Dead around. It needs some help in my eyes. I know people like it, and I think it's gotten better, but Morgan's got a lot going for him there too. He's not right in the head, and we'll see how it goes down on the show, but hopefully he lasts a long time on Fear the Walking Dead. But I just want to open it to you guys for a discussion. What do you think and make of Morgan and what he said? If you haven't watched the Fear the Walking Dead crossover thing, it's on AMC on YouTube. You can go right to it on there. They have the 5-minute clip for it, and Lenny James talks about being very sad about leaving everything. Are we going to possibly see the Whispers on Fear the Walking Dead? That would be pretty cool if they're introduced on Fear the Walking Dead and then they come back to The Walking Dead and then Morgan comes back to The Walking Dead. Because ultimately I want Morgan back with Rick, with everybody there. I don't want him just to be on Fear the Walking Dead. I think that's kind of a waste of a character if he's just on Fear the Walking Dead. But what do you think, guys? What do you make of it? I know a lot of people are upset about Abraham not being the crossover character, and I hope they lead that as the case that it could possibly come around, that we could have more than one crossover character, and it could be Abraham. But if it's a time jump, or because Fear the Walking Dead would have to come up so many years to have a time jump. But Morgan, I just like the feel of Morgan being with Daryl and Rick and Carol and Ezekiel and everything. So I'm interested to know your thoughts. Do you like it, love it, hate it, wait and see attitude? I think it's a wait and see to see if they know what they're doing, because I want the show to be good. I want Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead to be good. I kind of want this Morgan where he has the skills. I don't want to see a regressed Morgan. I don't want to see way back Morgan. Now, the more that I think about it, I want to see him being able to take walkers out, help Madison, help Alicia, help Nick, Strand, Daniel, whoever is still alive on that show, and what is going to be the new predicaments that they get to in Texas, if that's where I actually stay for a while. Are we going to get a regression Morgan by himself? And how is he going to be introduced? Who's he going to meet? And is he going to trust somebody right away? Because you couldn't really do that if Morgan's crazy. So what do you make of it, guys? And what do you make of Morgan saying the hardest part is leaving The Walking Dead? He said goodbye to the cast and crew. He's going to miss them very, very much. And Melissa McBride was like, I'm crying. I was okay until I saw him. So he's not coming back. So like, if you're going to miss him very, very much, that means you're not coming back, because you might miss him a little bit when Fear the Walking Dead's filming now. The Walking Dead starts filming back in April or May next year. So it sounds like he might not be back. What do you make of it, guys? So I want to know your thoughts, guys. Give me a follow. Direct message me on Instagram, Twitter, at the PT channel. I like talking with you guys on there. You can get a hold of me pretty easily. The Walking Dead community Facebook page and group. 2 things to follow. We post stuff there all the time. The Walking Dead mystery boxes. I had to increase the shipping a little bit, so it's $38 per box. Here's some stuff that could potentially be in them. I got a PayPal link in the Facebook page, so it's the Walking Dead Mystery Boxes Facebook page. The Fight for Us book series is going well. All 4 books are available now online, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Kindle. So they're all available to purchase now if you want. And thank you for watching, guys.